You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. By going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com, you can make this possible. Every single day, it seems, there is somebody who says something absolutely outlandish and crazy about race on Fox News. And I swear, none of these people seem to have paid any attention in history class. Conservative commentator Doug Wead was on Fox News talking about the Electoral College. There's been lots of discussion. Senator Elizabeth Warren and others say it's time to get rid of the Electoral College. Now, Fox described him as a presidential historian. Here are his academic credentials. He attended but did not graduate from Central Bible College in Springfield, Missouri. In 1990, he got an honorary degree from Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's it, which might explain this nonsense.
So, we talk about the Electoral College. Just remind people why this exists in the first place. Why did the Founding Fathers believe this was so important?
Balance, checks and balance, and to give everybody a vote. I mean, we could have the mainstream media in Hollywood and Silicon Valley all just go to a ballroom at the Ritz-Carlton in Santa Barbara, California, lock the doors, pick the president, and the country would be at peace. But the people in the rest of the country get to participate too.
Misses a basic point that it actually takes away people's.
Y'all may have okay, you know what? I know some of y'all are thinking that we doctored that video. Play it one more time.
So, we talk about the Electoral College. Just remind people why this exists in the first place. Why did the Founding Fathers believe this was so important?
Balance, checks and balance, and to give everybody a vote. I mean, we could have the mainstream media in Hollywood and Silicon Valley all just go to a ballroom at the Ritz-Carlton in Santa Barbara, California, lock the doors, pick the president, and the country would be at peace. But the people in the rest of the country get to participate too.
Okay, folks, here's the deal. What you just heard was absolute and utter nonsense. Let me help Doug Wead, because clearly, since he didn't finish college, and although he has one honorary degree, Doug, I've got 5 of those. Now, and I actually graduated from Texas A&M University. So, the Electoral College, folks, was what we call a slavery compromise. The fear of the popular vote was that because of the plentiful number of slaves, remember we were counted as 3/5, that was this concern as to who would vote. Now let's also take it back. Who was really allowed to vote in America? White male landowners. If you were a man and you owned land, you were able to vote. He said they wanted everybody to vote. No, they didn't. The founders didn't want women to vote because they were not granted the right to vote. They didn't want black folks to vote because we simply weren't even citizens. So they created this system as a way for the rich white landowners to be able to say, if the people vote, and we're going to let them vote, if we disagree with their decision, we're then going to throw it to the Electoral College. Now, y'all might remember in the year 2000, Bush v. Gore. What was decided by the Supreme Court? Antonin Scalia, Supreme Court Justice, wrote in his opinion that there was no affirmative right to vote in the United States Constitution. That had everything been exhausted in Florida, the Florida legislature could have been the ones to make the decision as to who gets the state electoral votes. Now, according to this system, the Electoral College, they can vote any way they want. Some states have actually changed that to require their electors to vote based upon the popular vote in their state. That is not what the Constitution says. So the founders did not want every person to vote. What you really have here is the reason Republicans are supportive of the Electoral College, because in the history of the United States, 3 elections have been decided based upon this drama with the Electoral College. 1876 led to the Great Compromise of 1877, which wasn't even written down. It was sort of a gentleman's agreement. In that particular race, Republicans said, if you allow Hayes to become president, we then are going to cut a deal with you to remove the last federal troop from the 3 remaining state capitals in the South. Democrats said, we'll go along with that, and we won't do anything to the slaves. What ended up happening? The Republicans, they agreed to it. Grant first did it. Hayes removed the final 2 states. Democrats went in, kicked out all of the black state legislators. That led to Jim Crow. In 2000, it went to the Electoral College. It was a contested election where you had Al Gore, who got more popular votes than George W. Bush. Drama in Florida. Election goes to Supreme Court. They essentially ruled for George W. Bush. And then in 2016, Hillary Clinton got 3 million more votes than Donald Trump. But because of the Electoral College, it goes to Donald Trump. Weed is a liar. They want to keep talking about how the framers set this up, and they want to leave out that it was a slavery compromise. Folks, the Electoral College is antiquated. In fact, Matt Lewis, if the folks in the control room, if you could go to Twitter and go to the Twitter feed of Matt Lewis, I want to bring this up and I want to show this to our panel. I'm going to show you this real quick. He tweeted out today about, well, guys, he tweeted out today, y'all going to love this one. He tweeted out today about, how all of this rural land is that if we get rid of the Electoral College, there's no way Republicans will be able to win. If we showed you the map of 2016, you're going to see lots of red. Only less than 20% of the American population lives in rural America. Folks, 80% of America lives in non-rural places. And Republicans also live in those places. So when you hear people lie why we have to keep the Electoral College, understand it was all about slavery when it was set up. So if slavery no longer exists, don't you think we should get rid of the slavery compromise? I think so. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, calling all HBCU alumni, students, and leaders into the Ford Motor Company HBCU Mobility Challenge and win $25,000 for your school. Building on their long-term support of HBCUs, Ford is looking to improve mobility in HBCU communities through innovative solutions. The winning program will receive a grant of up to $25,000 to implement the proposal. The deadline to apply is March 31st, 2019. Go to FGB.Life for more information and to apply. Remember, Ford goes further in our community. We thank them for being a part of partners here at Roland Martin Unfiltered. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.